Hi, my name is Chloe Merritt, and I'll be doing an informative speech for my interpersonal communications class. What's your favorite cake? Let me guess, is it vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, or red velvet? Well, today I will be teaching you how to make a simple chocolate cake with homemade icing. This is a simple recipe for you to show off to the next person. It could be a perfect cake for a birthday party, friends to come over, Thanksgiving, and even Christmas. This cake shouldn't take long to make, but it can get pretty messy. The ingredients you will need to start the cake are chocolate box cake mix, 3 eggs, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1 1/4 cups of water, and you will also need a large mixing bowl, a large cake pan, an electric mixer, a spatula, and measuring cups. You will know you're ready to begin baking when your hands and work area are clean. To begin, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit. Next, you will begin the process of the cake. You will put the dry mix into a large mixing bowl. Then you will add 3 eggs, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1 1/4 cups of water, and once everything is in the bowl, you are going to mix thoroughly, making sure it's smooth and free of clumps. Next, you will grease the pan to make sure that it will not stick. You will then pour the cake mix into the large pan, and don't forget to use a spatula to scrape the sides of the mixing bowl to get any extra good stuff. You also want to make sure that the batter is level so it will rise evenly throughout the baking process. Next, you will place the cake into the preheated oven on the top rack and bake for 30 minutes. While the cake is baking, you can clean up your work area and prepare for the homemade icing. Once the cake is done, you are going to remove it from the oven, turn off the oven, and be sure it's done. And to be sure it's done, you can make sure with a toothpick. You are going to pierce the cake, and if it comes out clean, that's when you know it's done. Then you will turn off the oven and let the cake rest and cool for a bit. As the cake is cooling, you will now prepare for your homemade icing. The ingredients you will need for the homemade icing are 12 cups of confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, 3/4 cups of milk, preferably whole milk, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. You will also need a large mixing bowl and an electric mixer. Now for the icing, you want to combine the 12 cups of confectioner's sugar, 3/4 cup of milk, and a 1/2 cup of vanilla extract. Once everything is in the bowl, you will mix on medium until smooth and fluffy. And don't worry, if your icing comes out too thick, then just add more milk. And if your icing comes out too thin, just add more powdered sugar. But do not overmix because you don't want to have any air bubbles. Finally, you are now going to add your homemade icing to your cooled cake. Make sure the cake is cooled or it will melt. Just make sure you spread out evenly as well. Once the icing is on, you can add any sprinkles, wording, or just leave it plain. Just cut a piece off and add to a serving plate and you are good to go. Now that you have become an expert on baking a chocolate cake, you can do this on your own at home.